Hey everybody, welcome to my channel again, Mike's Projects and More. Alright, so today I'm planning on eventually installing this wood stove. Before I do that, I'm going to install brick veneer or stone veneer on this wall here. First thing I have to do is remove this old wall. Alright, so I should mention that if you want a quick video or a quick version of this exact project, click the link in the description below. I have that video already posted. This one's going to be a little long, and it's kind of going to go into detail. Not everybody's going to be up for that, so link below, click that if you want a fast video. Otherwise, if you want to kick back and watch the adventures of my learning experience, let's just say, of installing this stuff, feel free to keep watching. Alright, what's up? So this wall is where I'm going to put my wood stove. I got this wood stove 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, I got a pretty good deal on it. Having the wood stove here is going to heat up this whole big space, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to put the metal 2x4 on edge here, and that's going to give me an 1.5-inch air pocket. That way I can reduce my clearance just a little bit with the stove, just so I could get it pushed back just a little bit more. Plus I have a rafter truss right here in the way, so I kind of have to get it back here. I mean, I should probably stop talking and get to work, right? So let's get to work. Let's make it happen. Alright, so I have the 5 studs mounted. I'm going to take a big level or straight edge, and I'm going to run my straight edge across the wall, and anywhere that there's a gap, I'm just going to, I guess I'm just going to put a spacer or a shim back there and try to straighten these out. Alright, so now that I got all the metal flat, I was able to use a straight edge like this. Well, this one's almost right there within a 1/16. But it'll conform once I screw on the cement board. But I fought it. It took me probably over 30 minutes to get it on to do this. But if you sight it going down the line now, you can see this is the metal here. It's hard to tell. I don't think my lighting's the best. You can see that it's right there. Another thing I just want to point out before I put the cement board on, I don't want to have these little pockets here like this. You know, this is the air pocket, of course, but this is potentially a pocket for a critter of some sort to want to go in there and live. And I don't want critters in my section back here, so I'm going to block that probably with something. I think I'm going to run over to the hardware store and get some of the diamond sheathing that they use for stucco. If I put that in there, that'll still create the air pocket, but it's so small, no little insects can get inside there. So I have to go to the hardware store no matter what. I want to get that metal stuff that we talked about down here. What I did is I got this middle piece of plywood screwed on here, and this will support the middle section while I get that up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install the center section first. So I'm just going to use silicone. I'll just get a nice 1/4-inch bead on each one. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. I'm just going to use a self-tapping screw, a metal screw for this, and see how that works. Alright, got it screwed off every 6 inches at every stud, going down. In addition to the 40 screws, I also, at the very top, in this flange, I ran a self-tapper going in here. And so, if it ever did try to sag from the weight, I think that these are going to help hold it. Plus the silicone behind there, of course. So I don't think it's going to ever be a problem here, because the weight of the stones, they're going to be a lot of weight. It's going to be really heavy. So the stronger I make it, the better off it is overall. Okay, so really quickly, I want to give an example. So now, why is it important, you might ask, to put the silicone and then to put all the screws in the flanges? Is this, for example, let's assume that I have all this screwed off, and this is the fiber board right here, that concrete board. Well, we have an 1.5-inch pocket between here. So what could happen is that screw back here could flex. So check this out. Look at that. Even if you have a whole bunch of screws, it's still possible that all these could end up bending and sagging over time. So now, all I have to do is take that one screw. Okay, now I'm in the flange here. Do you think it's gonna move now? Very little. Okay, now I have 2. Look at that. Now it doesn't want to move for nothing. So that's just a quick little tip. So I'm on my way to Home Depot. So let's go see how much that metal lath stuff is. Let's see what they got here. And these are the darn studs I had to pick up. Expensive. Alright, so this is over here. Oh yeah, here's the price of this stuff. This is what I could use to keep the critters out. Now instead of the metal studs, I almost got this stuff here. But I decided to go with the metal studs. They're a little bit more pricey, but they're deeper, so it gives you more of an air pocket. And so that's pretty much why, I guess. So maybe I need some of this stuff. Some Veneer stone mortar. Okay, so I ended up picking up this stuff that says stone veneer. It looks like it's better than whatever I had. I got some of this lath and some of these things to add to my collection. These are on clearance right now, so I've been buying stuff like this up. Alright, so I started getting carried away. I started to put silicone on here, but I haven't put this stuff down yet, the lath, so I better just do that real quick. Alright, so I just went ahead and did all of them real quick. So use a straight edge again to make sure that when the cement's on there, it's nice and flush. It's in there. This one, on the other hand, I have to cut. Oh, that stuff's really easy to cut. I was kind of wondering if it was going to be easy or not. Hey, check it out. So now I have a sample piece that I could try to put some mortar on here with some of my stones to see how secure it'll become. So that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I haven't done this with these stones. I want to check it out. So I have a sample of the durock here, and I'm going to dampen this, and I'm going to put some mortar that I mixed up about 15 minutes ago on it. Mortar is supposed to be the consistency of, they say, like peanut butter or whatever, and it's supposed to stick on the trowel sideways, which this does. I use the Veneer mortar. I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to put a coat on this lath here, and I'm going to do a scratch coat tonight, and I'm going to just check that out since I've never done it before. I want a little experience here and checking that. So, all right, well I guess I'll start here. I'll dampen this. Just a little dampness, no big deal. So I'm just going to use a small one. It's an 8x8, 1.5 thick. All right, so I guess from what I understand, you want to put a little bit on here, put a little on here, and then kind of rub it in. Oh man, boy, this stuff's messy. Alright, and then I'll add more. Dang, I'm going through a lot of this mortar. Wow. Alright, so I have about maybe 1/2 inch on here, and possibly 1/2 inch on here. Actually stayed. Now that is cool. Well, now I'm going to try to do a scratch coat on this. I'm going to dampen it. Alright, I guess, I don't know. That was messy, messy, messy. Then I picked up one of these cool things today on clearance. And I'm just going to scratch it. Doesn't come out as cool as it looks in videos that I've seen. So maybe I should try to do it again. Maybe I have to hold it like this, maybe. I wonder why it doesn't come out so nice. Maybe it's just too wet. It's probably still too wet, the consistency. Try it again. Maybe I need to break out a real big boy trowel. That's probably my palm. There it is. Then, if I scratch it now, let's see. That was the problem. You have to use a trowel to make it work. That looks great. I'm not even gonna mess with it. So this is the stone that's set up here. I don't know how good it's gonna be. Guess we should find out. It's actually still up there. I can't believe that. But it's just like the mess back here. But that's probably because I wasn't using the this. You know, I was just trying to spread it out with this. That's a problem I was having down here too. Well, this is looking really, really good. I couldn't get it for nothing before. This is the whole day I got this up. Woo! Tomorrow, I guess maybe tomorrow. It's dark now. Maybe tomorrow I can have, well, I don't know. I'm dreaming, but maybe I can have all the stones up. Who knows? But we'll check it out. If nothing else, I'll get the scratch coat on there if I have to do that, and some lath tomorrow, and start working on the actual hearth pad itself, or whatever you want to call it, so that this thing's gonna sit on.